Alright, poker players, let's talk about a crucial concept: the active player. Now, we're not just talking about someone who's currently in a hand. We're talking about a player's overall style, their tendency to be involved in pots, to bet, to raise, to drive the action. An active player is the one who's always in the mix. They're the ones who are making things happen, for better or for worse. They're the ones who are either going to win big or lose big. Why is it important to identify active players? Because it tells you a lot about how they play, what kinds of hands they're likely to have, and how you should adjust your own strategy to counter them. Think of it like this: if you're playing against a quiet, passive player, you can probably get away with bluffing more often. They're likely to fold unless they have a very strong hand. But if you're playing against an aggressive, active player, you need to be much more careful. They're more likely to call your bluffs, and they're more likely to be bluffing themselves. There are different types of active players, of course. There's the loose aggressive player, the LG, who plays a wide range of hands and bets and raises frequently. There's the calling station, who plays a lot of hands but rarely bets or raises. There's the tight aggressive player, the tag, who is more selective with their starting hands but plays them aggressively. And then there's the maniac, who plays almost any two cards and bets like there's no tomorrow. Often a sign for players who simply play based on odds or having an okay starting hand. So, how do you spot these active players? Pay attention to their VPIP, their PFR, their 3-bet percentage. These are statistics that track how often they're involved in pots preflop. But also, just observe them. Are they in a lot of hands? Are they betting and raising frequently? Are they calling with weak hands? Once you've identified the active players, you need to adjust your strategy. Against LG, you might want to tighten up and wait for strong hands. Against a calling station, you want to value bet them relentlessly. Against a tag, you need to play a solid, fundamentally sound game. And against a maniac, well, you might just want to buckle up and hold on for the ride. But here's the thing: you don't want to become an exploitable active player yourself. You don't want to be so predictable that your opponents can easily figure out your hand range and take advantage of you. So, balance your range. Mix up your play. Don't always bet with strong hands and check with weak hands. Be aware of your image at the table. And know when to slow down and be a little more passive. Being an active player can be a powerful weapon in poker. But like any weapon, it needs to be used with skill and precision. Otherwise, it can backfire and blow up in your face. Learn when to bluff or bet big.